Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Rants Show. This is kind of a what not to do guide if you're planning on throwing an event or a party, or if you're attending an event or a party. Um, the title of this episode might confuse a lot of you. Hi, my name is. What does that mean? This isn't like that old, like, hi, my name is Carmen Winstead. It's not. That's a blast from the past, huh? Where you had to like share it with 10 people or she like killed you or something. This is not Carmen Winstead. Okay. This is the Daily Ranch Show. Good. Okay, so as far as events go, I cannot, I cannot stand like hi, my name is stickers or name tags. Like the restaurants you go to and when they have name tags, I don't like wearing name tags. I don't like seeing name tags. To me, it just kind of screams like low end establishment, meaning like they're expecting their workers to act up and to have to be reported on. Whereas if you're at a nice restaurant, they typically don't have name tags because the service is so good, there's no reason to complain. At least that's my theory behind, places that have name tags versus not. But as far as events go, like parties, major events, outside of security purposes, meaning security badges, ID badges, like, hi, my name is stickers. y- I, no, no, no. It's just not. It's not how it is. We don't do that. If you are I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of like, hi, my name is stickers is like those giant, and I mean giant singles events where like singles from everywhere pour in and they have those stickers. If you're at a singles event that has mandatory name tags, you probably will have to go to more of those events. You know, if you are at the point where you can't even introduce yourself, I know that they're required, but you can go to events where they don't have them too. If you can't even say your name, hi, my name is Carmen Winstead or whatever your name is, whatever your name is, if you can't do that, if you go up to someone who has a name tag and you say, hey, Karen, how you doing? It is just an immediate, and I mean for me, immediate, like turn off. Not turn off like sexually, that's kind of weird. But like, I just hate people knowing my name before I tell them my name. Does that make sense? It makes me seem like I did something wrong. Like I used to work at a store that required name tags, and I hated people coming up to me and saying like, "Hey, blank, where's this? Like what aisle is this on?" I hated it more than anything. More than anything. But in this weird way, when I worked at another job that didn't require name tags, and people asked me like what my name was, or if I told them, I said, "Hi, my name is Carmen Winstead, and please let me know if you need help finding anything." I enjoyed them repeating my name back to me. So it's this weird psychological thing. I don't like people reading my name, but I'm more than happy and more than willing to share my name. You know, I would rather work in a place, and this is kind of how it is in restaurants, nicer restaurants is what I should say. In nice restaurants, they don't wear name tags. Okay. How it works is you go and you sit down, and then they come up to you and they say, hi, my name is Carmen, and I'll be your waitress for tonight. Or waiter, it's 2026. But that's so much better. Because then you say, hey, Carmen, how are you? Are you related to Carmen Winstead? And at that point, she would say, oh, yes, I am. Or, oh, I am Carmen Winstead. I've been dead for, however long. And you need to share this restaurant with 10 people or I will come kill you. So it's important. It's important to share your name with people and not in a like a name tag kind of sense. Name tags are very awkward to me. And this word is beat to death. Like completely beat to death. But they're kind of dystopian. And I hate the word dystopian. It's used in every single facet of conversation nowadays. But it is, you know, it reminds me of like, are we all going to have QR codes on our shirts or name tags that rather than our name, they just have our serial number? That's kind of fucking weird, but you get the point. I don't like the name tags. They need to go. The only time when I see a restaurant has name tags, it's like fast food and it's like, the only reason that these people have name tags is so that if you have a problem with them, you can just call the manager. And oftentimes the manager doesn't have a name tag. And then you can report without having to like ask them what their name is. That's the only reason. It just seems like any high end place is not going to have a name tag, at least in my opinion. But I appreciate you listening to this, and I will see you tomorrow.